Many who listen to NPR are familiar with the fascinating stories they get to hear from StoryCorps. People throughout the Las Cruces area are now getting their chance to participate by using the mobile recording booth. StoryCorps' mobile tour site manager, Stacey Todd, says StoryCorps gives people the opportunity to really listen to those they care about.
You don't have to cry. Laughter is appreciated, but yeah, it's bringing in your mother or your cousin or your coworker and sitting down and just asking them a question that you might never have the opportunity to ask otherwise.
First up in the booth in Las Cruces was New Mexico State University President Gary Carruthers. He says he likes the opportunity to tell his own story.
At least I have an opportunity to share my side of the story. I've been in public life for a long time. There's several other sides to the story of my life, but once in a while you get an opportunity to archive what you want to archive.
Carruthers was excited to share the experience with his daughter.
Generally speaking, these are about family. The ones I've listened to are about family and family members talking to each other, oftentimes about things that maybe you haven't gone over before. And so I'm looking forward to maybe discussing some things that we just never have gotten around to chat about.
Site manager Stacey Todd says the booth is a comfortable and safe space that helps people to open up.
We close the door and there's just this calm energy that, permeates, and it just encourages a more intimate conversation, and you can just slow down and really look at each other in the eye, and it's very profound sometimes what happens. But yeah, it doesn't have to be overly emotional. You don't have to have a narrative story to tell us, just having a conversation with a loved one.
Las Cruces Museums is partnering with KRWG to help provide the opportunity to bring StoryCorps to southern New Mexico. Rebecca Slaughter is the museum system administrator. She says the everyday stories of people provide great insight into history.
Learning things about everyday people really puts your own family in perspective. Sometimes, when you hear about presidents or great world leaders, you can't really relate them to yourself. And so when you hear a story just about my great aunt was a WAC, and so to hear about World War II through her eyes is so much more exciting to me than reading dates and books and battles, and that kind of stuff. So I think it's the most important thing that we share as historians.
With participants' permission, stories told through StoryCorps will be archived in the Library of Congress at the American Folklife Center. For KRWG, I'm Samantha Sonner.